talked about finding line of best fit by hand. We had to find the slope, look where the line intercept was, all that good stuff. All right, so linear regression is a method to find the precise or the exact line of best fit from a set of data. Okay, so when we were doing it last week and we were doing it by hand, everything was kind of an estimate, right? And everyone, depending on your line, everything was a little bit different depending on where you drew your line, right? Okay, so now this is going to give us that exact line of best fit because we're all going to have the same line. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is reset our calculators, and this just has to be done once. So once we do it this time, you're not going to have to do it again today. So hit second plus sign, and then 7, 1, 2. And the screen should come up that says that your RAM was cleared. Yes, no, maybe so. Second plus sign, 7, 1, 2. Awesome. Good deal. All right, so when we do this, is we're going to have to put, it gives us a table, right? So if we're looking at the table in number 1, okay, that top portion tells us how we're going to enter this in. So we're going to hit stat, which is right here above, like the program right below your delete key, and then enter because we want to plug in our table. Okay, so in our first column, we're going to put these numbers right here. So I'm going to go 0, enter, 10, enter, 20, enter, 30, and 8. You guys got all those in your L1? Okay, then you use your arrow button, go over to your L2, your arrow button right here. Now you should be in your L2. Now your temperatures can go in L2. So 79.2, 81, oh, that's definitely not right. Geez, mine is going crazy here. 32.4. Make sure you're looking up here what it puts in your list and make sure that you've got those right numbers. Because mine's kind of been going a little bit crazy up here. 7 and 1. Okay, should be even right here. 80 goes with 1, and then there's nothing underneath it. Your guys, this is good? All right, so now it tells us, so that's how we enter in our table, right? So then it says to find the line of best fit. It says to hit what again? Hit stat again. And then we got to use our arrow to go over here to calc. Go over to arrow for calc. And we want the linear regression. We want the AX plus B. Okay, so we want number 4. Okay, and then you can just keep hitting enter until it brings you down to that calculate. And hit enter again. tells us that A equals negative 1.06, right? So we always are going to estimate to 2 decimal places, right? So 2 numbers after your decimal. And our B, it tells us, is 92.31. Yep, we're going to go up from that one. All right. So if you noticed when we chose linear regression, it was AX plus B, right? And we're used to having what hooked onto our X? Our M, yep. So this A actually stands for our slope, or for our rate of change. Okay, so in your calculator, it does it a little bit differently than normal. Evan, you need a calculator bud too. Okay, so if we're going to write our equation of our line of best fit, it's going to be y equals, and now we got to plug A in for our slope, which is negative 1.06x plus 92.31. There is our precise line of best fit. Okay, flip the page yet, we're not done. Okay, now it says estimate the average temperature for a city with a latitude of 25 degrees. So what do we have to do with that 25 degrees? Yeah, we're going to plug that in correct. So we're going to go negative 1.06 times 25. Hit enter. So we can clear that out. We've got negative 1.06 times 25. We've got to hit enter. And then we're going to add our 92.31. And our temperature should be about approximately 65.81 degrees. Not bad, right? Anybody know what the latitude of far North Dakota is? I don't know either. Let's look it up.
Oops. Somebody look it up. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, look it up on your phone. Latitude of Fargo, Dakota. We're about 46 degrees, I believe. Okay. All right. So our latitude is about 47. So we're kind of sitting in this area where our average temperature maybe is not great.
40, 50 degrees-ish, maybe 40 degrees-ish. Sounds about right, doesn't it? 42.49. Nice. Good work. All right, so how are we going to get back to those lists that we were just doing? Hit stat. All right, so now, and then enter, right? Get into those. But now there's stuff in my lists, right? All right, so this is how we clear them out. You're going to take your arrow and go up. So L2. And you're going to hit clear and enter. It'll clear out the whole list. Okay, and then go over to your L1 and go up. That L1 is highlighted. Hit clear and enter. That should clear it out for you. Decent? Alright, so now when we're talking years over here, it's going to be a little bit different when we're entering it in. Okay, because it's going to be super hard to enter in 1980, 1984, 1988, 1992. Okay, so we always start with the first year, we start with 0. So 1980 is going to be 0. So 84 is how many years later? 4. So that's going to be 4. 88 would be 8. 92 would be 94 would be 14, and 98 would be 18. Because you're going from 19 to 18, so be careful with that. So my L1 is going to be 0, 4, 8, 12, 14, 18. And then go over to your L2 and use your paper for that, because you can't see it on mine. So 422, 432, 404. Oh, that went crazy again. 382. Yours entered in like that? Yes, no, kind of? Come on, give me something here. Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Alright, so now what am I hitting to get my line of best fit? Stat again. Then what? Go over to calc and hit 4. And then go down, all the way down to calculate. And hit enter. Okay, and my equation is
y equals -2.29x plus 430.430.
Is that what everybody else got? All right, so now the 2012 Olympics. Okay, remember we started at 1980. So to go from 1980 to 2012, 32 years?
Yeah.
Okay, because from 1980 to 2000 gives us 20. Yep, so from 1980 to from 80 to 2000, we've got 20 years. From 2000 to 2012, we've got another 12 years, so that gives us 32 years later. Okay, so what are we going to do with that 32? Put it in brackets. So negative 2.29 times 32 plus 430.56. Negative 2.29 times 32. Hit enter. And then plus 430 plus 30.56 equals 357.28. So since my rate of change or my slope is negative right here, what's that telling me about the times, my Olympic times? They're going down. So as the years go by, skaters are getting faster. Would you guys think that's true?
Yeah.
Definitely. World records are being broken, all kinds of stuff. I think our training and our strength exercises are getting better. All right, so we have another one with years. All right, so let's go through and label our years again. 1980 is going to be 0. 85 will be 90 will be 10. 14. And 18. All right. So go back to your stat and hit enter. We're going to clear these out, right? So go up and hit clear and enter, and that'll clear out. Over to your L1, go up and clear and enter and clear it out. Then you can start entering it in 0, 5, guys got yours in there?
Yep.
You guys have your equation yet?
Yep.
Get it in, see if you can get to it. So stat, over to calc, number 4, all the way down to calculate and hit enter. And our equation is?
Y equals 10.6 x plus 75.48.
Questions on that? What does that mean?
That they started at, they stayed at 55.48, and then every year that they gained about.
Okay, close. Okay, you're right. So on average, the starting sales point was 75.48, but 75.48
Oh, billion.
billion. Okay, and every year their profits increase about $10.6 billion. I kind of want that company. I want some stock in that company, I think. Guys, so year 2008 is how many years later? 28 years later, good. Okay, so we've got 10.6 times 28. And we've got to add our 75.48 to that. Clear that out. 10.6 times 28 plus 75.4. Hit enter, and so in the year 2008, they're saying this company is worth about $372.28 billion. Pretty sweet, huh?